basically a sale is talking, it's not conversation, right? So when your wife tells you that we need to talk, it's not, hey, we need to have a conversation. You know it's something more serious than that, right?
This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good morning, Ben Brown. Previously, episode 1136 of the 12-Minute Convos podcast. It's been just 2 years, 11 months, 15 hours since we recorded that conversation. Then 1 year, 6 months, 25 days, 15 hours, and 15 minutes after, we got to meet face to face in St. Petersburg, live in real.
Yes.
He's real.
Yes.
That was then. This is now. Ben, how are you today?
Outstanding. And yourself?
I am excellent. Thanks for asking. So what's new? How have things evolved? Selling is definitely one of the keywords when you mention the double B, Ben Brown's name. What's up?
Absolutely. Just still moving forward. My reach and what I do is helping as many people as possible in a small period of time. So still growing that business. Have a number of new clients, a new platform that I'm doing, and doing a lot more individual coaching, which I really like. It's a lot of energy there, but it works out very well. And I still do some corporate training and things of that nature. Not as much public speaking. Spending a lot more quality time, just working with individuals, which I like. And if I can grow that, I'll probably get back into corporate a little bit more. But if the request comes, I always take it.
Well, I know you said when we met on our last conversation that one of the things you were attempting to focus on is a bit more family time. So scaling the business from the perspective of how you could do more with less time so that you can have more time with them is something that was a focal point. Is that accurate?
Absolutely. More family time with the children. They go by so fast. They're 5 and 7 now. And, we just went to Disney World for the first time. They were old enough, I think, in that realm. A lot more things that we're looking to do with them, and just enjoying the children is the key. So, yeah, work is, when I first started business was very tough, but now being able to scale back and it's not worth it if you can't enjoy it with the people you love.
I totally agree. Something again that stuck out is, and of course, this is really cross-culture to what's being communicated in the online space, where everyone wants to have a website, everyone wants to do the ads, they want to get something that just puts the selling aspect of life out of their mouth, I believe. And
Right.
You explained it really simply. Hey, you have to sell unless you're willing to sell. And of course, where we were at, there was a young lady who wanted to do training. And you explained to her, hey, are you ready to get out there and sell that? Please expand on how you're seeing that, if it is a growing need that you need to address. Or is it something that's not as growing as I think it is?
It's coming back to that. A lot of people don't understand that the focal point of every business is sales. It's not marketing. Just for example, I just pulled a lady who was going to drop around about $7,000 in Facebook ads. So I tell people there's two different types of sales. There's proactive and reactive sales. So everybody loves to market to get reactive sales. What does that mean? Salespeople come to you already qualified, very interested in doing something moving forward. Very easy to close, non-aggressive. And so sales was really about being proactive, where you go out and find your clients, talk to them, put them through a sales process. If you have that, you're not only helping the people, but you're also, if in case of a recession, you're recession proof. Because most of the other people are not doing that. We're in a good time right now, so people are still in reactive sales, right?
I'm seeing something though in the space where individuals are doing the ads, they're getting their online courses sold. However, because people aren't completing them, because I believe identifying the ideal client hasn't really occurred because of that sales process that's eliminated, there's no legacy to the thing they're doing. It gets the first sale and then it dies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. The key that I state in my book is to get testimony and referral. So how are you going to do that from somebody who never completed your course, right? And the easiest person to sell is a referral or testimonial, people that refer to you, because it saves a lot of problem. It builds a lot of validity for your course and things of that nature. So it's very easy to talk to people about their problems. So that's why in my book, the last step is to get a referral or testimonials. And most businesses are missing anywhere between 20 to 40% more income because they don't have a referral program. They just turn and burn or just sell to one person and just keep going to the next person, which is always more costly and time consuming.
Now, for those that are listening, where's the best place to connect with you?
360salesconsulting.com. And they also can call 727-744-2656. They can call and email, or they can just go meetwithbenjamin.com and schedule a call.
How has your family been affected by the natural sales block that's planted in you? That seems to be the anchor of how you approach a conversation. How are they being impacted?
Well, basically, especially with children are the best salespeople because they can close. They don't worry about what they want, why they want it, what's in it for you. They just ask, which we're natural born sellers until we become adults or during that time of adolescence where we teach our children it's very rude to ask too many times. So, the main thing is I play with my kids most of the time is that negotiation. I want this, and then they're selling me. So every conversation, somebody's selling somebody else. Either you're being sold or you're selling somebody. It doesn't matter whether your relationship, business. So that's why I say sales is everywhere. So children are just closing. They're not telling you, the interest point. They're not telling you, are you qualified? They just want, and it wears you down. Christmas just happened. There's tons of stuff in people's house that they didn't anticipate buying or wanted to buy, but the kids told them to buy it, right? So, yeah, when you look at your children, or example, or you're in a phone conversation with somebody and it goes way too long and they're just talking about themselves most of the time, it's like they're selling you on your time. It's not really, and you realize you're not solving any problems for them. You're like, either unless you're a therapist. Therapists do the same thing, but they charge $250 an hour to listen to your problems, right?
That's good. No, that's good. Yeah. Now, and do they both have the same personality types?
Of course not. That is what you have to understand, is giving yourself flexibility of figuring out. When you get advanced in sales, you start understanding different personality types. Some people use DISC. Some people use all these different, and you can get very detailed in it, where you can actually analyze a person based upon their demeanor, their saying, and you can put them in a category to talk to them better, because basically a sale is talking, it's not conversation, right?
Yeah,
so when your wife tells you, right, that we need to talk, it's not, hey, we need to have a conversation. It's something more serious than that, right?
Yeah.
So a sale is not a conversation, and a lot of people are just having conversations. They're not talking.
How has your training in the Marine Corps affected who you are today?
My father was the first one. The second one, my second dad was the Marine Corps. So it gave me a outline of how blessed we are. How fortunate we are. I have a picture that I still have of me in cold weather training, negative 30 below with 80-pound pack, doing survival training, waking up. And the next day I have a picture of me eating an MRE in the freezing cold. And every time I was working in the corporate world or something like that, I would just pull that picture out and be like, it can't be that bad. It's heat in here, right? This place has heat. It can't be that bad. A guy screaming at you, get up, 80-pound pack, and you're doing all that with snowshoes on. You're from South Carolina. You know nothing about snowshoes and pulling a sled. So I look at that picture when bosses used to scream or things get tough at work, and I go, it's not that bad. There's heat, there's stuff in the fridge, there's coffee. It's not that bad.
So much of who you are is represented in your brand, and I love that. I really love how it sticks out that you've not made any apologies for being who you are and
Right.
understanding how to approach that in a conversation. Your wife, my friend, must be as well, has been impacted by all you do. Is she the personality type that's introverted or extroverted in the midst of everything that's going
There you
on?
go. Introverted.
Oh, there we go.
So you had to, over time, really calm down the ego, things of that nature for it because it becomes overbearing and the ego gets in the way. I teach that for people when they get sales and they learn it. One of my clients, I had to actually notch him back because I knew that's what it point. So after working with him for 4 months, he came out, right? Like his personality, he'd been scared, he'd been affected. And that all comes into sales. And 4 months later, he's a demon. He's dressing, he's like wearing sunglasses. And I'm like, okay, now it's time to calm down the ego because you become arrogant. It's too much power. So there's an even keel when you're in sales. You have to not let your ego get in the way of helping people.
Double B, Ben Brong, my friend, you always bring the value. Again, amazing audience. Check him out. 360 Consulting. Check him out. Ben Brong, it's been a great pleasure. Before we leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Oh, I'd love to come down to the island sometime. When you come back up here, let me do. We'll get some coffee.
Love
Get some
it.
coffee.
Are you going to Podfest? Will you be in Podfest?
Thinking about popping out there for the day. So if you're going to be there, let me know. We'll meet. We'll hang out.
Wonderful deal. Again, thanks for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. This podcast is produced by Pod Edits. Visit podedits.com for professional podcast publishing.